Not friendly. Not friendly. Not friendly. Not friendly. Back away. She's my emotional support dog. She's not friendly. Jeez.
Okay, there's setting boundaries and there's escalating when it's not necessary. This is an example of escalating when it's not necessary. Hello, if you're new here, I'm Day. I'm a social skills consultant and I teach adults how to navigate social situations, avoid social awkwardness, and become socially magnetic. Behavior like what this man displayed is the opposite of socially magnetic for several reasons. Number one, it makes the assumption that the woman who came to pet his dog even knew what he was talking about or who he was talking to. When he said, not friendly, not friendly, that wasn't clear. He could have meant anything and been talking to anyone. Number two, he was unnecessarily aggressive when the woman had no intention of harming the dog or him. It's his dog and his emotional support dog at that. He has the right to not allow people to pet him, but to immediately scream at someone from across the ice cream parlor, no, that's going too far. Part of having good social skills is having proportionate reactions to things and to people. And when you're the type that you fly off the handle and you overreact to things, you alienate people. You come across like a loose cannon, and you can even give people anxiety about being around you. As you could see in the clip where there was another man who was sitting with his laptop at the table and he quickly got his laptop and left. And with how fast he was moving, you could tell he was uncomfortable. That's not the effect that you want to have on people. Now, with all that being said, that leads us to, how do you set boundaries without taking it too far? Because as I said, there is a way to assert a boundary without being combative. And here's how. Now, of course, this is assuming that it's obvious that the person does not have malicious intent and that they are not wronging you per se, but they're just doing something that you would rather them not do. Number one is you acknowledge where they might be coming from. This starts off the interaction on a more positive note and allows them to preserve their dignity by making it clear that your intention is not to accuse. So in the situation where the man saw that the woman was coming over to pet his dog, he could have simply called over and said, "Excuse me, ma'am," or "Excuse me, miss. I know you just want to pet him, but he's actually my emotional support animal." Or, "I know you mean well, I know you just want to say hi, but he's actually my emotional support animal." Or, if you don't feel like explaining why, you can just simply say, "I prefer for my dog not to be petted," or "I prefer that people not interact with my dog." And if you want, you can soften it at the end with, "I appreciate the sentiment though," or "I appreciate the energy," or simply "I appreciate it," something like that. That's optional though. But notice what I did in this example. First, I actually got the woman's attention, because keep in mind the woman was across the ice cream parlor from him. Okay. And when you set boundaries with people, you need to be clear, because clarity is kind. Number two, along the same lines of being clear, you state the boundary directly. So instead of "not friendly, not friendly," which again, what does that mean? It's better to just simply and calmly say, "I prefer that my dog not be petted or interacted with." And number three, unless it's obvious that they mean harm, don't assume negative intent right off the bat. And don't react in an accusatory manner. And actually, number four, bonus tip, be proactive and protect yourself ahead of time. Meaning, for example, with this dog situation, like a lot of people commented under that video, why is your dog so far away from you if you don't want him being petted? Now, I'm not saying that keeping a dog on a long leash entitles people automatically to be allowed to pet your dog, but let's be realistic. A lot of people, when they see a dog they think is cute, they want to come over and say hi and pet them. I kind of view it as similar to leaving your wallet lying around unattended. Nobody's arguing that stealing is wrong. But if you're leaving valuable items unattended, you are creating an opportunity for someone to steal from you, right? We understand that. And so in this case, if you feel that strongly about people touching your emotional support dog, you might want to keep him closer to you. And this goes for any personal boundary that you might have. At the end of the day, boundaries are about self-protection. And at the same time, they don't always require hostility. Now, I know boundaries are a social skill that trips a lot of people up, but it is a necessary social skill to have because it'll make or break every part of your life. And so for that reason, I'm creating a course. It is a social skills course for adults. And among many things it'll go over, things like how to act at a party, how to make friends as an adult, how to be smooth and confident when talking on the phone. It'll also dive deep into setting boundaries and even handling confrontation. Because like I said, it's a necessary skill. It's going to be out for pre-order soon. So if you're interested, go to my page, click the link, scroll down a bit, and you'll see the course. It's called Socially Magnetic, if I didn't say that already. And there you'll be able to join my email list. And that way you will be the first to know the second that the course is available for pre-order. But yes, learning how to set boundaries the right way is an absolute must. Because when you don't, you hurt yourself and other people unnecessarily.